Hello, hey all, welcome to the final downcast of the season. Today is Thursday, January 4th. Damon here as always with you. We also have, as always as well, Zach. Zach, how you doing?
What up?
What up, what up? Tried to tell everybody to feel free and join in and make it like a hellacious nightmare of a downcast. No one wanted to. We're good. I get it. Season's over. Everybody's, they've had their fun. Fantasy football definitely is something that, if you're really invested in it, once the season winds down, it's something that you're kind of done with. So I get it, but that's why we're just doing a quick little recap of the season and the get together.
Yeah, it was a
Really.
good season. It was a fun get together. Want to say thanks, Billy, for letting us come over to your house.
Yeah, twice.
Appreciate you.
Yes. Thanks, Billy. He did the draft and the end of the year. On that note, it was pretty cool. Out of 12 possible appearances for the draft and 12 possible appearances for the end of the year, we hit 23 out of 24. The only person was Lee, who didn't make the end of the year get together. So that was great for the attendance. So great job, everybody. It's awesome and expected.
Yeah,
So
we missed you, Lee. We missed you, Lee. I think we have some money for you too.
yeah, I'm waiting for the money to transfer in my PayPal, and then I've got $60 sending his way. So don't fucking worry, Lee.
Nice.
Don't come bitching at me. You get your money. But yeah, it was. We got to some highlights. Uh, we had another new champion uh, in our 5 years, which is great. We haven't had a repeat yet. We also have three of our five champions have also taken last place. So that's a pretty crazy thing. Everybody's made the playoffs. Everybody's missed the playoffs except Devin in first year. But it's really cool. So as far as I've said that 1,000 times, I just like the parity of the league. But let's just move into the final standings of the season. We all know that Devin won and Bass took last, but let's check out all the in between, if you will. So first place champion, Notorious Bulge, Devin Porter. Second place, John Giorgio, Snatchville Lubricator. Third place, Sean Meehan Kelly, Senor Hobo Dick Cheese. Uh, Fourth place, William Richard Kleintop, Sunday Morning Boner. Fifth place, Brad Pardue. What the hell was Brad named? Los Pimentos de la Justica. Sixth place, my brother, Chris Dubois. Caitlin Jenner's balls may never change. Seventh place, Will Cox, Hammer Thor. Eighth place, Lee, right? Had to tell her twice. Uh, we had the controversy of 9 and 10, but we ended up giving it to Bill, even though Zach got the win. So technically, ninth place, Bill Kleintop, Tebow goes yard. 10th place, the man here with me, Zach Douglas,
Yeah, yeah.
Southwest Muff Divers. 11th place, 10 and 11 is how the hosts finish. 11th place, myself, King Leo's Leonidas Kings. I switched it. Damon Dubois, and 12th place, last and definitely last, Bass, Markle Bass. So that was the final standings. Yeah, cool year. Zach, do you have any big thoughts or anything crazy on the season? It was a long one. Anything you want to bring up before we move on to more of into the stuff, into the party stuff?
Yeah, just parting words on the season. Like I said, the season is not over till it's over, and you can start out the season at 7-0, and then not win another fucking game. So even if you don't start out too hot in fantasy football, you keep playing every week and watch that draft, you know, waiver wires, you'll you'll pull out on top if you're lucky.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's 100% true. I mean, you're right. Until it's mathematically over and whatnot, you got to keep fighting. That's why I held out hope for so many weeks into the season because it could have turned around. It never did. It sucked, but yes, always try till the end. I really liked everybody's effort. Everybody seemed to really play through it and to the end. So it was very good. So thank you all for the season. Just thank you all for the active participation. Like I said, 23 out of 24 for live events, 10 out of 12 consistently active with the podcast. Waivers, we still didn't get, we had our usual suspects that didn't do it and did. So a very active league for the most part. So everybody can feel good about it. It's a good league to win, to be a champion of, because it's not easy and people try. So thanks to everybody. Great effort.
Well, it's a great season, or it's a great league to win in. I'm in two other fantasy football leagues, but I put most of my attention into this one, not only just because it's got the most money in it, but it's also a fun, interactive league. Out of all the ones I'm in, this is the funnest.
Well, thank you. That's great to hear. Yeah, I'm in a 4, soon to be 5, and there's other ones that are $100 as well. This is my number 1 league. The other ones I definitely also want to win stuff too, but this is definitely my favorite one, and I think a lot of the league feels that way. I know not the entire league feels that way, but I think a lot of the league, this is their top league. So it's awesome. So you guys you're great. It's great. Everybody's great. Anyway, great season. Like I said, we wanted to have some more people on to kind of talk about it. Oh well, fuck you all. EXO loves this and that. Let's move on to the end of the year get together and the results of a few things. So we did what we did last year again, where we switched all the last places of the divisions, switched divisions. So the new divisions heading into next year, I'm not going to, we'll just go with what their names were last year. Names can carry over this year if you want. If not, we'll change them in the draft. But what was the champions division with my brother and Bass, now add Zach. So that's a new division. Brother, Bass, Zach of what was the champions division. In the fuck Damon division, just my favorite.
Well,
one.
a little side note here. That division, all 3 teams have taken last place.
Well, actually, that's 4 of the 5 last places, but it's also 2 of the 5 championships.
That's true.
So yeah, you're a real hit and miss division. Apparently, you could all just be terrible, or you could have, you and Bass could be playing for the championship. You never know. But that's a good point. I like that. That's funny. The fuck Damon division. We have the champ, Devin. We have Brad, and we have Bill, Senior Bill. That is the new alignment of that division. In the fuck you division, we have Billy, we have Wilcox, and we now have myself joining for Revenge Tour 2.0. I'm going to look into dump truck both those guys twice and everybody else at least once, and then a second to third time in the playoffs.
That's the fuck you division?
Yeah, that's the fuck you division. I joined now.
The fact that we have a fuck you and a fuck Damon division, I think we should maybe change one of these up. So,
well, we'll see. We'll option at the draft next year, which once again, disclaimer to everybody, is going to be the Sunday before Labor Day. Probably at my house, and time we'll figure out in months from now. We're not worried. But yeah, we'll have options to change names then. So, and then in the White Power division, Skylar, Lee, and now Meehan joins that as well. So that's at least off last year's results. That's the power division. Meehan is switching over. That would be the most powerful. We'll see what happens though. The league changes a ton, so who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, just so we all know, that's the divisions. I'll go over this again at the draft. We'll have a lot more to go over with rule changes and if we have any and all this. But that's the divisions. Any other thoughts on the divisions there, Zach?
Nope, it's shaping up to be a great season.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's off season. I'm already pumped for next year. Then we did the draft order. So the draft order, we had a fun time drawing, a lot of yelling. So I enjoy it. Worked itself out, but the number 1 pick in the 2018 draft goes to the guy with me here, Zach Douglas. Number 2 pick goes to last place Bass. Number 3 pick to Wilcox. Number 4 pick to Meehan Kelly. Number 5.
Could you have picked a more nasty number or 4 group? I mean, every
Yeah,
one of those guys is a bunch of assholes.
I agree, and I'm really pissed because I wanted top 4 picks, so that sucked. Um, had the second most names in. I know Bill was really thought his name would never get drawn, but I felt that way too, Bill, when I didn't get in the top 4. So sorry. Quick recap: Zach first, Bass second, Wilcox third, Meehan fourth, my brother fifth, myself sixth, Lee seventh, uh, Bradley at 8, Father Bill at 9, the Champ at 10, Billy Boy at 11, and John Giorgio at 12. Well, that is our draft order next year. Draft pick trading is accepted and encouraged. If anybody wants to make trades, this and that. I do believe I heard at the draft that Brad is trading Evan Ingram to Bill for a 10th round pick, and Bill is making Evan Ingram his keeper. All of that very legal, what that means, and I want to make sure Bill and all fully understands this. And Brad said he did and everything, but just so we fully understand what that means, is Evan Ingram was undrafted, so his keeper price is a 16th pick. So Bill will lose his 16th pick for Evan Ingram. Bill will also lose his 10th pick that he's sending to Brad. So Bill will pick rounds 1 through 9, not in round 10, and rounds 11 through 15. So Bill's going to he's going to end with one less player essentially than all of us after the draft. But since he's going to have a device and he's going to be on his shit and hopefully contend much better through in-season management, he will then just pick up a player, whomever is left over from the draft, whoever he likes. We'll discuss at the draft. Hell, maybe he can even, after everybody's done drafting, just draft one more guy who really gives a shit at that point. But that's how it's going to work for that trade. And then Brad will then pick 1 through 10, second time in the 10th, and then the rest of his picks, obviously minus his keeper. So just let that be known. So any thoughts on the draft order or any of that there, Zachariah?
Other than I'm the number 1 pick, everything else sounds great.
Yeah, so I mean, if draft picks, once again, I'm really cool. I really like that they did a draft pick for a keeper and stuff. That's fun. I like keeping track of that. I like getting weird, so it's cool to get weird. But that will segue us right over into keepers, just so everybody is on the same page with keepers. I know I kind of yelled it out, but now here's a chance to just fully have it. So unkeepable players next year are the 12 keepers that were kept. Those players, I'm just going to go off the draft orders. Those players are Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Jordy Nilsson, Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, Zeke Elliott, Julio Jones, T.Y. Hilton, Todd Gurley, DeMarco Murray, and A.J. Green. So those, coupled with all the players that were high picks that I would imagine probably aren't going to be kept, equal out to a stacked ass first round. So that's pretty exciting. There's still, everybody still hasn't done their keepers yet. So there's some players some high end players like a Kareem Hunt, I'm sure, is going to be kept and stuff that would be in the first round. But minus 1 or 2 players, we're going to have like a full ass legit first and second round. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, those players that I just mentioned cannot be kept. Really, that's the only rule as far as players that 100% will be available. Any other player is keepable for the round they were drafted, or if they were a free agent for your 16th pick. So I think we beat that into the ground really well. Everybody should understand that. As far as keepers being due, we're going to have keepers due sometime in July-ish, so we can announce them either the end of July or very beginning of August. So that way everybody has that month of prep time. So I'll start reaching out to everybody, July time, and start getting everybody to start let me know who they want to keep. I'll have a copy of the draft board so we can tell you, you can know exactly what pick players are going to cost and this and that. And then we'll do a downcast at the very beginning of August, ideally August 1st or maybe the very end of July, whatever lines up best. But within that week span of in July, beginning August, to announce all the keepers. It'll be really cool if I can figure out a way to like record everybody's voice or something announcing their keeper. That would be kind of cool. But anyway, that's when we'll announce the keepers, and everybody will know going forward who to prep for and not for and all that.
Yeah, we'll figure out some cool special effects to post out here on the Downcast.
But yeah, that'd be fun because I think that's a fun way to unveil it instead of me just sending out a list. And I mean, I'll send out a list, after maybe maybe a few days after the Downcast is posted. Now everybody gets a chance to listen to it first. But then I can send out a list in case people don't want to write it down, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that'll be fun. So I'm excited for that. So, I mean, stacked draft, alignment. It's going to be fun next year. It was fun this year. And, we're just going to keep it rolling. And, Devin, hopefully you have plans very soon to get your name on the trophy, and you can send either myself or just even put it on the group chat. Send a pic of the trophy, all nice and with your name on it, and hoard it over us, lord it over us, whatever the fuck the word is. That's what I'd do. So people really haven't done that a ton. So make it hurt. Let us know you're better than us. And I just really want to see the trophy with your name on it, so I can see it all up to date. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for the final Downcast. I mean, Zach and I will probably get together in a few months from now, maybe after the draft or something, just go over some stuff. So there will probably be one or two rando Downcasts over the next 7 months, and I'll just post them up there, just about some rando things that we may go over. But then the next big time one will be basically the kickoff one. I think it'll be the keeper announcement, and then we'll get rolling. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on everything. Thanks again to everyone for participating. Thanks, Zach, for helping getting the Downcast set up. I really think that helped take us to another level. And yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I'm looking to beat the fuck out of all of you next year.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. See you guys next season.
Okay, rock on, everybody. Peace out.